Thanks for joining us on your Sunday evening. I'm Holly Emery, and I've got to look at some of the stories that you need to know about going into your work week. Now, we're going to start things off with some breaking news and that's going to be in the capital city. A man is dead after being shot in a passenger as in the vehicle here in the capital city. Now, interim Jackson Police Chief Tyree Jones tells us the incident happened on Ridgeland Drive, that's in South Jackson, at 2 o'clock this morning. An unidentified black male was shot while being a passenger in a vehicle at an unknown location in that area. He was pronounced dead at the scene where he was driven by a driver of, he was driven by somebody else. So again, he was the passenger in this vehicle. Now, the driver was arrested by JPD officers on an unrelated charge. The Hinds County Sheriff's Office and JPD are investigating. Now, if you know any information relating to this case, you can contact Jackson Police or Crime Stoppers. Now, again, that man was a passenger in this vehicle. The driver of the vehicle has been arrested. So again, police are still looking for the alleged shooter in this incident. So if you have any information, you can contact Crime Stoppers. And right now we've got a look at some weather across the metro area. And so I've got Anae coming in right now, and she's going to be pulling up some stuff for me. There we go. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties over here. There we go. Okay. I know. Sorry. We had some issues with our computer screens. But, Anae, we had some thunderstorms early this morning, and all that rain that we had, it just seems to have gone away now.
Well, not necessarily all of it, but most of it. Thankfully, we are seeing a few stray showers lingering in the area, and that's going to be the case throughout the evening. Ooh, the frontal system is a little bit too large on this radar, so I'll pull something else for you. It's hard to look at this screen. My apologies. The front was a little bit further towards the west just an hour ago when we were doing the show, so it was easier to see.
I gotcha.
But what we're looking at is, of course, that low pressure system moving across the area, and that's still providing enough lift to give us some pop-up showers, like we're looking in Jeff Davis County, the southwestern portion of it, and then also parts of Copiah County near the Hazelhurst area. That's where we're seeing a little bit of rain as well. But just like Holly was saying, most of us are dry. The bulk of the heavy rainfall now over in eastern Mississippi, and we can definitely see the difference on our SkyCam network as the sun is continuing to set across the area. A lot of variation. Some of us were managing to stay more dry today. Those of us that got the rain first, you can see that sunshine peeking through like Tylertown, Macomb. Further south, it's bright out there. And then in Monticello, you're getting a little bit of both. You can still see the rain coming down on the screen. This is Monticello right here at the top.
I was wondering what that bottom right camera was. They have a beautiful view.
That was Macomb, but we can take a peek at them too.
Great view right now.
Yeah, I think this is really interesting as well. Look at that rain coming down, but then also the sun, and then the clouds shining beautiful. If I was out there, I would definitely get my phone out, take a little picture.
Take a little picture. Get your. I'm sorry. This is the one I could see the clouds in the bottom corner. I'm making you
Let
jump
me click.
Gears. Okay, well,
the computer's being kind of messy.
Sorry for that. You can't. Macomb, we see you. We just can't fully see you right now, so don't worry about it. And we can.
Okay, because I can pull it up. Give me 5 seconds. We're just gonna,
Oh, okay.
It's the chill. The stream is chill. It'll be fine.
I'm like looking at it. I'm like, wow, it's just so pretty now, Macomb.
Here we go.
Everything in our being of technology doesn't want us to see it.
Here it is. Bam.
There we go.
This is what Holly wanted to see.
It's so really pretty.
I love when the sun shines on the clouds. Cumulonimbus clouds, they're pretty.
They are really pretty. All right, thank you for doing all that extra.
All right, so there was all
camera.
There was all that.
We got
here's the forecast. So a few spots. We had a lot of variation today. Those of us that stayed more dry were warmer. Macomb, you were almost 80 degrees earlier today, but now mid 70s. Still in those upper 60s in Jackson. We've seen a lot more cloud cover and rain, and that's kind of helped our temperatures stay a little bit more moderate. Now, overnight, we are going to see those overnight, we are going to see that the showers continue to decrease. However, overcast skies are still going to linger in the area. And we're going to have mild temperatures around 60 degrees for the low, but dense fog is likely across the area. So keep that in mind.
That's some good weather to start off Halloween week.
Yeah, the week of Halloween, but it's not really, the calm conditions not going to last for the entire week.
Okay.
We do have more rain chances coming up in the forecast. If we kind of look at a longer range model, we could see that this is the rain that's moving out tonight, and Monday is going to be mostly dry. But heading into your Tuesday, another disturbance out to the west, that's actually another cold front. Residual showers will kind of linger into the area for Wednesday, but then we're drying out for the end of the week. So that's really good news for Halloween.
Just in time. So no rain
Right.
jackets or winter jackets, I guess, for your
Well,
Halloween costume.
no rain jacket, but you definitely want to have some sleeves, I would say, in general, because the temperatures are going to drop pretty noticeably after
Okay.
that cold front. Even though it's going to be so sunny, it looks like, oh, we should be warming up. But we're actually going to see some of the coolest temperatures of the season so far throughout the week. After that upcoming cold front, your Wednesday, the afternoon high could be close to 60. Keep in mind, that's what the low is
Mhm.
heading into tomorrow. Potentially even upper 50s for some spots. Halloween, still those mid to lower 60s across the area. Overnight lows, even cooler than that. Of course, we're going to be dropping into those low 40s.
Ooh.
And that means that we're kind of getting.
Okay, maybe you do want the winter coat.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit, I wouldn't say coat, at least a nice warm jacket, a nice hoodie, something like that.
I have a quick question for you though.
Mhm.
So, Annette, you being from Mississippi, you have not had to really ever put a coat on over your Halloween costume, have you?
Well, I had a kind of interesting childhood. We didn't do Halloween.
You didn't do Halloween.
Not really.
That's so upsetting. Well, okay, quick history lesson for those of you in Mississippi. Being from Michigan, it's 42 is your high on Halloween, and I would cry. I would throw the fit. I really do apologize to my parents. I'm apologizing on public air, like on on social media right
Yeah.
now, because I was devastated. I'd had to pick my costume, and then I'd have to wear a coat on over it because it
Yeah.
was 40 degrees.
That's not cute.
It's not
You want
cute.
people to
And
see
so
your
my
fit. I get
6-year-old
it.
self was devastated.
Yeah.
So, okay, at least we'll be, I guess, if we're looking at trick-or-treating time after kids get out, we're looking at 5 o'clock. We're not in
Mhm.
the 40s though.
No, so the afternoon high is going to be around 65. So
we're
with the
somewhere in
sun,
there.
the sun setting around 6, then we're going to be kind of getting into those low 60s, upper 50s. I
Okay.
would say a jacket. If I was sending little
Okay.
kids out, I would make them wear the sleeves.
Like the fleece jacket, take it off, go trick or treat, put it
Yeah.
back on. It
So-
just might be
yeah,
really frustrating.
Something
for
like that. Or
parents.
maybe a little costume with sleeves. I think I'm just going to have log sleeves on my costume.
What is your costume?
Oh, I'm not going trick or treating,
No,
but
you
I'm going
just
to do a
said
little
you're gonna-
Halloween thing. Oh, I am wearing a costume to an event, but it's not going to be trick or treating. I'm too
Oh.
old for that. Come on, I'm not one of those adults that
I
steals the
know,
candy.
but like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, finish the forecast, and then we're gonna do the
Let-
personal question of the day.
You're right. Let's finish the forecast. So briefly, coldest temperatures of the season so far. I would say year, but absolutely not. There were snowy conditions earlier in the year. Okay, earlier we're talking about the fall.
Oh,
Coolest of the fall so far since September. We haven't really seen our afternoon highs in the 50s.
Okay.
Upper 50s, low 60s would be chilly out there,
Mhm.
especially in the morning. But then heading into your extended forecast, look at Sunday, we're going to be back into the 70s as we head into your November. So we're going to get closer to average. But for the end of this week, it's going to be pretty cool out there.
all right. Now here's the personal question of the day. What are you being for Halloween? And people want to know. The people want to know.
The people want to know.
I'm the people.
You are. Okay, so I need to make sure that I pronounce this closely.
Are you gonna Google?
Or pronounce it properly. Let me see if I can.
Can you Google it?
Probably.
Maybe.
So, and you might be thinking, why can't you pronounce it? Because it's from a book that I haven't read in a while. Admittedly, I was a little
Well, what
kid.
book is it?
Okay, so you know Dr. Seuss, right?
Of course I know.
You know the
Dr.
Lorax, right?
Seuss.
I'm not the Lorax.
Oh,
I'm a tree. The truffle. You know,
the little
you know the poofy thing.
the poofy tree.
That's what I am.
Who's the Lorax?
You could probably guess.
Is it one of your
I mean,
friends?
sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm very excited. You know what? I'm actually kind of devastated you didn't ask me to be the Lorax.
Girlie, you
I'm
know, that
actually-
would have been really fun, you know?
Maybe we'll be here on Saturday on November 1st and be
Yeah,
the Lorax.
we'll have to dress up some other time. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a look at your local weather. But Nate, we did have some strong storms,
Mhm.
not necessarily in this area, but we had it in South Mississippi. And as a result, there is some storm damage down there in South Mississippi. Now, the video that you're seeing was shot by a viewer at 9:27 this morning, about 5 minutes after the first tornado warning was issued in Jackson County. That viewer who recorded this video says he wanted the tornado, or he heard the tornado start swirling, and then he walked outside to see what was going on. Not always the safest thing. Again, if you see a tornado, please get into your safe place. But he did capture this video, and then he watched it touch down in the Ramey parking lot and went through Azteca's restaurant and cantina and across the highway. And then afterwards, here's the aftermath of that restaurant. The video was shot by the Jackson County Chamber of Commerce president and CEO, Paige Roberts. And you can see first responders assessing the damage in the area right after that tornado passed through this morning. Gaucher Mayor says no injuries have been reported at this time. In Pascagoula now, emergency management officials reported damage to homes on Catalina Street, but no injuries to report. So we're very thankful that the injuries have been we have no injuries to report, but again, we still have severe damage to several places in South Mississippi. Now, back here in the metro area, a local sorority chapter is finding a new way to give back to the unhoused population and the community here in the metro. Now, 3 on Your Side's Candace Bruce went to that event and has more on the efforts that people are doing to make sure that the unhoused are taken care of. Take a listen.
One local sorority chapter is working to restore a sense of humanity in the community, one suitcase at a time. The Institute for the Advancement of Minority Health and the Ebony Pearls Foundation collaborated with the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Rho Lambda Omega chapter to host a community suitcase drive for the unhoused community. Cars lined up at the Ivy Point in Jackson to donate new and gently used suitcases to help those experiencing homelessness make daily mobility safer and easier.
The purpose of it is we want to restore dignity to those who are unhoused or unstably housed when carrying their belongings, because we know a lot of the times the shelters are only really for nighttime and they're forced to leave and they have to take their belongings around either in garbage bags or plastic bags.
The suitcases will be donated to Shower Power next month. Now, if you didn't get a chance to come out here and donate today, you still have until November 20th to donate. Reporting in Jackson, Candace Bruce, 3 on Your Side.
And of course, your New Orleans Saints were playing earlier today down in the Superdome, Nate's favorite place to be. But from that little groan, I don't feel like it's his favorite place right now.
Yeah, another tough day for my New Orleans Saints fans. I know it was not the easiest watch for y'all, just like me. But yep, Saints go down today, 23-3 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay, the leaders in the NFC South coming into this one and improving it once again. They were all over the place. Saints moved the ball early here, but Rattler fumbles. We've talked about it. Rattler all season has been really good with the turnovers. Last 2 weeks, not so much. Had 3 today again. But the Saints defense, they really showed up today. When you look at the stats, 23-3, when you're holding an NFL team to around that 20-point mark, you got to be feeling pretty good. So you got to feel good about that. You look at the passing yards. They helped Tampa Bay to only 124 passing yards. Obviously, that's net passing yards once you include the sacks as well. The Saints had 3 sacks today. So the defense really showed up, but it was the offense. The offense really couldn't do much at all. We did get to see Tyler Shuck in this game, so that was a fun little sighting. He had an interception, sadly, as well as Rattler. Like we said, Rattler had those 3 turnovers. So it was just a rough day. 4 turnovers for the offense in total. The only points of the day came right here off of this Blake Grupe field goal. You like to see him making the kick. He's had a tough season so far. But, yeah, this was just a tough day for the Saints. The Tampa Bay's defense really showed up and showed out and made it really hard for the Saints on offense. The Saints couldn't do anything. They couldn't run the ball, and they didn't really even try to. The running back room is decimated with some injuries. Kendre Miller, obviously, we talked about that last week.
Right.
Him being out for the rest of the season. Now you got a backup is a rookie, 5th-round rookie, in Devin Neal from Kansas. So it's just tough, right? When you come out of a game like that, there's not much good to take away from it. Yeah. The Saints defensively, there were some decent things to be happy about, but overall, it was a tough day.
I mean, they held. Again, I try to let you kind of do your own analysis for your own team, but yeah. I mean, the Saints really did hold the Bucs for a very long time. And I was actually, I wasn't watching the game. I felt like I was just bad luck. If I didn't watch the game, I felt like maybe they would win. And until I looked at the score, it was tied.
Yep. Yeah. They played really hard early on too. I mean, they held them to 7 in the first half. Yeah. You got to be feeling really good about that. The Bucs did come out of the half and got that touchdown. Yeah. So they kind of took that momentum right back after the field goal to end the half for the Saints. So it was a battle of momentum. Buccaneers grabbed it early. In the second half, they took complete control of this game. You can't be too mad about what you're seeing from the defense specifically, because all season, Brandon Staley, a new defensive coordinator
Mhm.
in a new scheme as well. We're gonna get real specific here, real analytical. 4-3 defense is what the Saints have played. You know, when Sean Payton was there, after Sean Payton left with Dennis Allen there, they shift from a 3-4 to a 4-3 to a 3-4.
Okay.
Pretty much what that means is there's a 4-3, there's 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. And simplifying this very much, 3-4, 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers.
Mhm.
So more pass rush when you got the 3-4. We're kind of starting to see that come to fruition. Chase Young being back is massive. He has looked great the last 2 weeks in his 2 games that he's looked fully healthy. So there are some good things to be about this team, but right now the Saints are in prime position for that number 1 pick, actually, with the Jets getting a big win against the Bengals today. So
Who would be okay? Is this too early of a question if I ask you like who's the number 1 pick? Who do they need?
Oh, you're saying
Like,
the player.
Who's the player that the Saints pick if they do it?
It's-
I'm really having you dig into your college football
It's
knowledge.
tough, right? Because it depends what kind of position the Saints want to go. If they decide neither one of these guys are the quarterback, do they take a quarterback? I like Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, their quarterback.
Mhm.
There's also some other guys, but this quarterback class is kind of taking a little bit of a dip. If you want to go pass rush, there's multiple guys. Oklahoma's guy out there. We saw him yesterday against Ole Miss go crazy. Even though Ole Miss got the win. Go Rebels. Yeah, I know you didn't like that.
I don't know. You didn't like that.
No. But no, there's multiple guys. We're really early in the when it comes to the players in the draft. Who's going to come out? Who's not going to come out? But if you're the Saints at number 1 and you have an opportunity to go draft a quarterback for the future, that's got to be an option. But the Saints could say, hey, now we got to see Shuck come out here. He might get some opportunities now. So interesting road ahead for the Saints. What do they do at quarterback? What are they going to do when the draft gets here? Because they cannot miss on this draft. This is the most important draft possibly in Saints history. So, interesting spot to be in the season when you're talking about the draft in November.
Absolutely. I know it's definitely a
October,
weird question
November.
for me. October, November. I'm throwing you that weird question. But, I don't like to end on Saints losing news. So, question of the day.
Okay.
First off, do you have any Halloween plans?
I'm going to be working.
Okay. So, if you were not working, what is your Halloween costume this year, Nate? Have you even thought about this?
I kind of have. I did Batman one year, which was really fun. I really like Batman.
Oh, he did a whole Batman voice. I think
Yes, I
I
did.
think he
I'm
showed
Batman.
it. He showed it to the
Yes, I did.
newsroom.
Yes, I did.
He showed it to the newsroom. And did you have a whole video?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
When I was in college, when we did our newscast at Southern Miss, I was Batman when I did the sports. So,
Are you gonna do that this year? Because it's Football Friday, isn't it?
yes. Yeah.
You're gonna be in my show on Friday. Oh, he's
Yes.
definitely wearing a costume. But you'll have to tune in at 4:00 on Friday, and we're gonna see which costume he picks. You can't be Batman.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
too much of a giveaway.
I'll get
you
creative.
got to get creative if you're gonna be on the 4:00 show on Friday in a costume.
I'll think of something.
Okay. All right.
Party City, here I come.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in on your Sunday night. Of course, we'll have an update on some of that other storm damage we talked about in South Mississippi later tonight on WLBT, right after tonight's football game on NBC. Have a great rest of your Sunday.